good morning, and welcome to another Monday and another one of my Monday messages. I hope you had a fabulous weekend and that Storm Dara, as it's called here, didn't affect you too badly. The storm has definitely passed now, and I had the most beautiful walk on one of our beaches, local beaches, yesterday, and the colours and the light was just so clean and fresh and clear. It was beautiful. It was stunning. I actually did a reel of trying to do justice to it, and I've been inspired to do a little painting of it. And that can often happen, can't it? That after we've had a stormy time of it, that suddenly things become clearer and fresher and we get more clarity. Anyway, that's just a sideline. This morning I'm going to talk about vision boards because, as some of you may already have noticed, I am co-hosting a vision board workshop in January here in person in lovely Collis Sandes House, beautiful Collis Sandes House in Tralee. And that's January the 5th. And there's a link to that in the post below if you're interested. And I was at a social event last night and I realised that not everybody understands really what a vision board is and how powerful it can be. So I just thought that I would pop in today and just talk about my perspective on what a really good, really powerful vision board can bring. So a vision board can be, exactly what it says on the tin. It's a collection of visual images that are put on a board and you look at it. That's it in its most simple form. What most of us use vision boards for, though, is to help us to or support us to make changes when we want to make changes in our lives. And there are so many components to a really, really good vision board, a really effective and useful and powerful vision board. And first of all, the actual act or actions of making the board itself can really help us to focus on what it is that we want in our lives and to actually be finding either images or words or pieces of fabric or even smells, all of those things that trigger us to feel something. And so it's not just about finding pretty pictures that somebody else says, oh, that's nice, although you can do that if you want to. What the essence of a really good vision board is about is becoming a kind of shortcut, if you like, an immediate route to the feelings that you want more of in your life. So, for example, I have on my phone screensaver, actually, I have a photograph that my husband took of me at the end of a day that we'd had in Seville years ago. It was stinking hot. We'd had a fantastic day in Seville. We were both really relaxed and really happy and together. And yeah, the picture, as soon as I look at it, it takes me back there and I can feel the warmth on my skin. I can remember the music that I heard in the background. I can hear the low-level street sounds and the sound of insects and buzzing, and just remember, I'm just right back in that energy of how I felt at the time. And it was a really blissful, loved up, relaxed feeling. So it's lovely to touch into that as much as I can, especially actually during my working day when there's a need for constant sounds like it's too conscious. It's a kind of rebalancing that happens all the time when you're conscious of how you can do that. So you never really go into overwhelm. That's one example. The other example I have is a beautiful picture, which gets me straight into the state of completely unconditional love. And that is an old photograph that I have of me holding my son when he was a small baby. And it was a particular moment in our house in London. And his head was here, and there was that lovely, lovely baby smell on his head. And we were just gently dancing around the kitchen. And it was a moment of just pure, unadulterated love that I felt. And as soon as I look at that picture now, it takes me back into that state. And what we're trying to do with the images and or words or fabrics or scents, we're trying to engage our senses as a shortcut to our memory. And actually smell is very powerful doing that. And reminding ourselves with a visual aid of what it is, what energy we want to get into in order to call more of it into our lives. So I hope that's making sense. Do let me know if it's not, and thank you for joining me. So that's what we're doing. When we're looking for images, when we're looking for words, we're looking for anything really that becomes a trigger for us to go, oh, yes, that's what I want more of. Or perhaps the opposite, it could be something, if you're striving for, a particular goal, then you might want to remind yourself of how good it feels when you reach those kind of goals. So you might want pictures of yourself having won things in the past. Or you may be somebody that is very inspired by other people who have achieved whatever it is that you want to achieve. So it's very personal to you. So I'm not particularly inspired by other people, pictures of other people. It needs to be more personal for me, but that's just me. And there are exceptions to that. So what we're doing is making a visual reminder, or gateway, if you like, into those feelings. And then when we are in that energy, we are literally vibrating at that frequency, whatever it is. And the universe, the quantum field, whatever you want to call it, God, will then go, oh, that's what you want. Okay, here's more of it. And you will magnetize. You're more likely to magnetize, and you can recognize more readily the things, the choices and decisions that may need to be made along the way to enable you to get closer to being in that state and having that kind of energy vibrating from you as much as you want. So that's it. That's what a vision board is. And it can take a little bit of practice, and it's lovely to do it in community. I'm a big fan of women in particular doing things in community, because I believe that's the way that we do things naturally. It's the way that we've done things for centuries, to make things fun, to make it collaborative, to often tell our stories and share experiences together. And, knitting circles, sewing circles, just, mending things circles. All of those are what women do to make things more productive, more creative, more collaborative, and get into a beautiful collective energy. So that's what it's about. I hope that makes things clear. And if you do want to know more about vision boards, or you'd like to do some deeper work on calling your vision to you, then do message me, and we can talk about how that can happen. And if you are interested in perhaps an online version of what we're doing in January, then let me know, and I'm happy to put that together for you. Okay, have a beautiful week, and maybe start collecting some of those beautiful images or words or fabrics or smells or anything really that helps get you into the energy of whatever it is you want to call to you in 2025, or sooner, now, this week. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.